guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gamers, sending me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia. So, we just met with the little acting club, so let's go ahead and just jump right back into it, shall we? So, alarm chain, you are up. Let's go ahead and hit it. Alright, here we go. Actors, you learn to love them, though. Okay, you can stop hugging now. Right. Him and Candace step away from each other. Okay, we need to rehearse a few times. You know the song, right, Nate? Of course I do. I'm disappointed you think so little of me, Candace. You better keep up. Candace folds her arms and turns to face me. You're gonna have to leave, though. What? I don't have time to entertain you when we've got work to do. And now, that's a little extreme, don't you think? Hey, if she's uncomfortable, don't try to force it. See? We're already wasting time. Alright, I get it. I'll show myself out. Sorry, Ben. We can talk after the performance, okay? You bet. It was nice to meet you all. Good luck. Or is it break a leg? It was nice to meet you too, Ben. I carefully sneak back into the main hall and close the door behind me to give them some privacy. Huh. I put my hands in my pockets and start to walk towards the grocery store again. Might as well grab some ice cream while I'm out here. Well, at least I found Nate and know what he's up to. Too bad I have to wait for this thing they're doing to finish. I hope he doesn't stay this busy. I'd really like a chance to talk to him more. He reminds me a lot of Eric. TP stole my cigarettes. Karina continues to dance while I struggle to keep up with her. Huff! Huh! What's with you, Ben? I know you're tired, but you're acting like you haven't worked out in years. She looks over at me with her hands on her hips. You're not entirely wrong there. Really? I start walking for a nearby wall to catch my breath. She follows behind me and leans against it next to me. You didn't join the track team in high school? No, it was just something it just wasn't something I wanted to do anymore. Huh, that's a shame. She lifts a leg up and rests a foot on the wall behind her. I never stopped running. I guess it's one of the things that helped keep me sane after you left. I look over at her and notice the expression she has on her face. I'm sorry I never called. I know there's no excuse. We can talk about it later. Right now, let's focus on enjoying the night, okay? She turns her head to me and smiles gently. Yeah, that sounds good. And we're gonna start working out together ASAP, got it? Yeah? The music starts to fade and the strobe turns off, which spurs several confused exclamations from the crowd. Attention, please! A familiar British voice echoes throughout the room from the speakers. Attention, please. See, I have British blood. I used to be able to do a really good British accent. I don't know if I can still do it. We have a special... Let me see if I can. We have a special surprise for everyone tonight. If we could get everyone together near the DJ table, that would be splendid. Also, could we all get the mentors in here? The surprise is for them, too. The crowd starts to mumble as it follows Addie's orders. After a few moments, I notice waves of mentors start entering the room from the entryway. Oh boy, I'm glad I'm not an actor. I think I'd die from anxiety if I had to perform in front of a crowd like this. Karina and I managed to get a nice spot slightly off to the side that gives us a good view of the group. Behind the DJ table, Niall, I forget how to pronounce that name, Niall, and Eddie seem to have taken control of the computer that a mentor was running. The lights slowly begin to turn on, revealing the faces of everyone present in the crowd. In front of us stands 5 more students that I assume must be the rest of Nate's group. Though I wonder where him and Candace went. Karina nudges me in the side. What's going on? Just wait a sec, you'll see. Eddie steps up from behind the table and in front of the group. Is everyone ready for this? The crowd responds with a small affirmative cheer. Hit it, Meow! A song I recognize starts blaring from the speakers, though it seems to be a remix. Nate slowly emerges from the left as he starts singing. My jaw hangs open slightly. He sings in a surprisingly lower register than his speaking voice, but nevertheless displays his full talent to the crowd. Every note sustains with just the right amount of vibrato, and he sings with such a striking emotional inflection. I can't help but stare at him, completely captivated. When Nate's half the verse ends, Candace steps out from the right and begins her portion. Right away, it's easy to tell she's related to Courtney Leonetti, and as she has many of the same qualities in her vocal styling as her sister. Whoa, guys, is that Courtney Leonetti? A detail that doesn't go unnoticed by the crowd. Some cheers and claps can be heard, with the occasional whistling. Like a surprise crosses Nate's face as how much attention Candace is getting over him. It seems to spur him on harder, so proceeding into the shared chorus with a bit more pizzazz in the verse. Not one to be upstaged, Candace responds in kind, bearing up her delivery to compete. Man, they're both extremely talented. I didn't expect Nate to be this good at singing. Thank you, Chris. I've had the time of my life. Nate punctuates into the chorus with a shout out to our mentor. I can imagine what Chris's face looks like right about now. After finishing the musical number, the group begins with their little skit. As expected, though, it's a bit rough and full of improvisation. It's a humorous retelling of today's events, with a funny embellishment here and there. Not everyone is as talented as Nate when it comes to their delivery. But it's overall a cute, harmless performance that receives a round of applause from the crowd. And the music comes back up. The music picks back up and everyone returns to what they were doing before the distraction. I keep my eye on Nate so he doesn't disappear after everyone's gone. To my surprise, though, he ends up being the one coming to me and Karina instead. Hello, my lovelies. Nate, you were incredible! Oh, I know. I can feel the electricity flowing through my veins. I live for that. You sound like one of my friends from high school. I step forward while glancing down at the floor. So, anything I can improve on? Don't worry, I can handle a little criticism. Your singing kind of left me speechless, dude. Thank you, darling. However, I did notice you started competing with Candace there. You did? Crap, I thought I was being subtle. I'd hardly call singing like a diva subtle. I didn't notice that, but now that I think about it... Okay, yeah, I overdid it. He snaps back quickly. Huh, sorry about that. I thought you said you could handle criticism. You're right, I did. I guess it bothered me a bit that everyone paid more attention to her than me. Hey, give yourself some credit. She's a Leonetti after all. And she won't let you forget it either. Wait, Leonetti? As in, like, Courtney Leonetti? I'm just gonna go over here. I need a moment. Hold up, Nate. Did I say something wrong? Probably? I don't know. I follow Nate as he exits into the hall. Hey, what's wrong? I thought you were getting along with her. I am. I'm sensing a butt coming. But I was hoping this would have been easier. What do you mean? You're being very pushy right now. Sorry. It's okay. I guess I just figured hard work would be enough to get me noticed. All the work in the world won't get you the instant attention being related to someone famous does. I fold my arms and smile at him. That's a bit black and white, don't you think? Eh? That just means it'll be more satisfying when you eventually reach your goal, right? You'll have managed to get somewhere without needing a crutch like a famous sibling. I'd say stop trying to be something you're not and just be yourself. I like you as you are, and I think if you keep this up, people will start to notice. He seems genuinely surprised by what I said. I go over it in my head quickly and I realize how it could be misconstrued. I mean, like, I like you the way you present yourself. You're not ashamed to be who you are, and I think that's the thing you have that Candace doesn't. He stares down at the ground for a moment, processing what I'm trying to say to him. Thank you, Ben. That really means a lot to me. Don't mention it, I stutter in response. It's strange. The way he thanked me, he sounded completely different. His voice didn't have the same flamboyant enunciation, and it seemed to drop to a slightly lower pitch. After the party winds down to a close, the three of us pick up our room keys and start making our way to the freshman dorms. Sheesh, what time is it? I'm so tired I could pass out right here. Why don't you check your phone? Can't. It's been out of battery since we split up to meet our advisors. It's almost midnight. Fucking midnight? Are you kidding me? I've been awake for almost 2 days straight. How can I still be functioning? As I'm in the middle of my wine, we arrive at the front door of the building, on the side of the building. Oh dear, you should really get some sleep in. Yeah, you've got to be careful. People have died from sleep deprivation, you know. That's not what I want to hear right now. Yeah, but it's like extremely fucking rare. Like, you can go a long while without sleep. But you will have some very negative side effects. This is the place, right? Mm-hmm. Let's get inside. I'm fading fast. What? Uh-oh. Oh, come on! It's locked. Huh. Did we stay out too late? No. Oh, excuse me. No way. Can't be. There were still a few students back there, and all the mentors were cleaning up the place. Nate hunches over with his hands on his knees and starts examining the door. It's super dark here. Let me pull out my phone. He turns on his phone's flashlight and continues. What's that thing right there? She points a finger at a strange device next to the door handle. I don't know. I guess it kind of looks like those things you swipe your credit card in. Nate, you genius! What? I'm wavering side to side, struggling to stay awake. Is the door open yet? Hold on, darling. We're onto something. Check this out. Karina whips that card out of her wallet and swipes it into the machine in one fluid motion. Ta-da! That was quite the performance. He chuckles a little under his breath while pulling open the door. How did that work? Don't tell me we had to register a credit card for this. No, silly. We used the student ID cards we got at the beginning of orientation. I told you these things would be handy. Ha ha. Come, let's get inside. He holds the door open for us. Thanks. I climb up a small flight of stairs and I'm greeted by two perpendicular walls. The walls of each hall are lined with evenly spaced doors. I notice there are small decorations on each door, along with the occasional bulletin board in the spaces between. Behind me, there's another set of stairs that leads to the floors above. How do I know which room is mine? Your key should have the room number on it. I know mine did. Pull out your envelope, let's check. Nate gets in real close beside him while I reach into my pocket to pull it out. My heart starts to beat a little faster, but I think I'll blame that on the lack of sleep. There's a sticker on the front of the see-through envelope. 314. Ah, that means you're room 14 on the 3rd floor. Yeah, I know. We had a similar setup at Bernard Academy. I'm in room 505. There's that many floors? It's crazy. It's crazy, right? That place is huge when you get a good look at it outside. The three of us start climbing up the stairwell we're in. The occasional window peers out at the neighboring field, though I can't really see much at night. I'd imagine the view is quite spectacular on the upper floors. Alright, this is my floor. I'm in room 207 if you ever need me. Good night, Karina. Sleep well, love. Thanks. And Ben? Yeah? Call me in the morning so we can hang out, okay? Sure thing. Good night. She waves at us as she starts heading down one of the halls. Nate and I continue up the stairwell while he hums a tune to himself. I'll admit, I'm expecting him to bring up a topic, but he seems a little bit lost in his head. So, did you enjoy orientation? Oh, absolutely. It was fabulous. Wouldn't you agree? He answers right as we reach the 3rd floor, twirling in place and striking a pose. Yeah. I met some really cool people today. I'd say it was worth it. Aw, you think I'm cool? Of course I do. We should hang out sometime, too. Darling, I'd love to. Eh? He steps forward and pulls me into an embrace. You still have my number for when we all exchange them at lunch, right? Yeah? I have to angle the way I'm standing to hide a momentary embarrassment below the belt. Call me and we can set something up, okay? Sounds like a plan. Good night, Ben. Night, Nate. He dashes up the stairs, heading for the 5th floor, humming to himself all the while. The sound of his voice echoes down to me while I listen as his footsteps disappear above. I don't know why, but I have the biggest goofy grin right now. I can't help but feel this overwhelming sense of nostalgia when I'm around that guy. Huh. I really hope I get to hear him sing again. I turn around. Turning around, I face the forked hallway on the 3rd floor. Alright, I'm looking for 314. I absent-mindedly start walking in one direction. I can hear laughter and conversation coming from some of these rooms. It's like I'm not the only student checking out early tonight. Ha! Huh. It dawns on me that unlike pretty much everyone else, I didn't get a chance to meet my roommate. I thought that in this moment makes me feel very lonely. Maybe doing this alone was a mistake. What if he's crazy? Would I be able to handle another psycho roommate? What if he's just a little too weird? Not that me and my night terrors are much better, but there's a fine line. Ooh. A stray thought manages to stop me dead in my tracks. What if he smells? Oh god, what if I get one of those guys that never showers? Take a breath, Rivers, you're losing it again. Everything's gonna be okay. Just take it slow, you'll make it through this. 312. 313. Ha! One last breath for good measure. 314. Standing in front of the door to what is going to be my bedroom for the next year really gives me the butterflies. Not helping much is the peephole staring right at me. What if he's on the other side looking at me right now? Towards the center of the door is a cute little decoration. 2 giant paper cutout stars float over what looks like an ocean with the sun setting behind it. Inside each star is a name. One says Rivers and the other says Harris. Huh. Last names. My hand trembles a bit as I reach inside the envelope and pull out the key. Here's my last chance to chicken out and head back to the party. Am I ready for this? What if he's mean? What if he can't speak English well? What if he's ugly? Ha! You can do this! Just put the key in and... turn all the lights out. I slowly step into the room. The overhead lights are off, though there's dim lighting coming from a lamp in the corner to the left and a laptop near the back. To the right, there's an unmade bed with my luggage sitting on it. I gently close the door behind me, taking in the calm atmosphere of this new space I have to call home. Now that I'm fully inside, I notice there's a head in front of the laptop, obscuring portions of the blue light emanating from it. He seems to be wearing headphones, which probably explains why he hasn't noticed my presence yet. It's still too dark to really get a good look at him. Hello? Da! He nearly falls backward in the seat he's on. The way the light dances off his figure, I can tell he was bouncing on his hind legs while resting a laptop on the edge of the table. Yeah, are you my roommate? He takes his headphones off and stands up in the darkness to face me. Yep, mind if I turn the lights on? No, go ahead, sorry. Huh, for some reason that tone sounds familiar. Oh, okay, thanks. Oh, okay. The dragon I met at lunch stands before me with hands in his pockets. I nearly dropped the backpack from my hands as I'm taking it off. Zach? Oh. He immediately shrinks away when he shares the mutual recognition. His tail wraps around in front of him, leaving him in a very guarded position. It's you. You're my roomie. My eyes blink at him for a couple seconds. No way. That's too much of a coincidence. Yeah, I guess so. I walk over to my bed and drop the luggage bag to the floor. Well, I suppose we don't have to make any introductions, right? Uh-huh. I'm not even looking at him directly, and I can tell he's trembling. I unzip my bag and pull out the pillow and blanket I brought with me. Well, that's certainly a surprise. Yeah. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm going to pause it right here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!